Hello everyone, welcome to this WordPress website design course. My name is Adeyemi, and today I will be showing you how to build your own website step by step. Starting with what the website is, how to get a domain name, and also hosting, difference between them, and how we can install WordPress. But today we are going to be dealing with a series of topics. The first one is what is website. The second one, what is the domain name, what is web hosting, how domain name and hosting works together. Also, where to buy domain name and hosting. The last one will be how much is it going to cost us. Let's proceed. What is website? A website is a combination of web pages people can visit online. A pages that people can have access to. A web page is a single or variable document on the internet. The page was written by HTML, right? Additional with CSS and then JavaScript, right? So, and it contains text. Inside web page, you can see text, you can see images, you can see video, you can also see link. But the difference between the website and the normal textbook that we use as an example is that you can only access this one via unique URL. That is where the domain comes in, right? So website is just a connection of web pages, not like a sheet of paper, like connection of sheets. That's what they call textbook, right? So, but the connections of web pages, that's what website is all about, right? It also has an address that people can type into browser for them to view it. If you don't have access to that address, you won't be able to see the website, right? So think of it like a portfolio or file website online. I will show you one here, something like this. Although this one is a brand website, this is what they call website. And the address that we are talking about is this. If you don't have this particular address, you won't be able to have access to this. And because you are seeing it for the first time, even you might not know that okay, this particular website is in existence, right? Not until you have access to this address. Without this address, you won't know what a Zacnetwork digital health solution is, right? So when we are talking about website, it's a connection of web pages, as we said, and it's strictly link-based platform. So that is what WordPress is. What is domain name? A domain name is your site address on internet, e.g. your brand.com, e.g. your name.com. You can decide that okay, I want to use my name as domain name, right? So like my name is Adeyemi now, and I decide that okay, let me type adeyemi.com, right? That is the address that people to visit your website. Just like website is just like a building, your home. If you don't give me address to your home, I won't be able to have access to it. I won't be able to know where your house is. And if I want to come to your house, for example, the first thing I will ask, can I get your address? So the address that you share with me in a real life scenario, that's the same address of domain name. If you buy domain name, you are saying that okay, I want to buy address that people with access to, for them to be able to get my website. So without that domain name, people will not be able to have access to your website, right? So another point is you register your domain name. So register like Namecheap, GoDaddy. We are going to talk about that one next slide, right? So this is what domain name is all about. And let me add this: before you can register a domain name, you need to check maybe the name is available. If the name is not available, you won't be able to register it because, as you can see, we have there are billions of people in the world. So definitely that's the reason why it's not advisable to you use a single name. Like if I decide to use adeyemi.com, it might not be available because so many people are bearing Adeyemi. So it's either I had something like, okay, maybe I'm a graphics designer, I can say, okay, Adeyemi graphics. Even that particular one also, maybe somebody else might be bearing my name also into graphics. Maybe one way or the other, this might have taken the name as well. So we need to check maybe the name is available. That's the point I want to raise there. So the next one is, what is web hosting? A web hosting is where your website's files, data are stored online. Hosting makes your website accessible to anyone on the internet. Hosting, we have hosting type. Before we go into that, let me just explain a bit about hosting. Hosting is just like a place where your house is. The first thing that before you build a house, you will get a land, right? So when you get a land, you will build on it, right? Even when you get the land, without house, you will be skeptical to give people the address of that land, because that place is not a place people can visit at that moment, right? So it's a process, right? So hosting is just like land. When you buy a place where you want to build your house, right? Website is just like a house. So when you buy a land, you know that, okay, I want to build a house on it. Likewise, when you buy a hosting, it's just like a storage, a place where you want to build your website, where your website will be located, right? Why you have already built your house, you have already get the land and build your house on it. So now, for you to now give people that, okay, this is my address, like local scenario, you need to buy the address as well, right? When you now buy the address and you link it to that house, people will now be able to come to your website that you built on hosting. So that's the real life scenario I can use to explain this, right? So, and we have some types of let's say 4 to 5 type of hosting. The first one is called shared hosting. I will just briefly explain what those types are. So in shared hosting, it means that multiple sites are on one server. It's very cheap, very cheap. Now we're talking about shared hosting. So we have one server, but many websites, you can see 1,000 plus websites on one server. That's the reason why at some point it's not advisable for a very big brand, a person that will have a lot of content on website, to go for share hosting, because at some point when that person is receiving traffic, or at some point when they are expanding, that okay, more knowledge is coming, I want to implement this, I want to implement this, that share hosting will be restricting them in terms of the speed, in terms of running. It will be very slow, right? Because the embedded in that website is more than what the server allocated to them at some point. Because 1,000 websites on one server, definitely it will move. At some point it will be fast from your home end. However, it will slow from other people's site too. But by the time that thing shift to their side, your own will be very slow. That's the disadvantage. So, but for basic websites, whereby just put a basic details about yourself, nothing like okay, upload musics, maybe nothing like videos, too much of videos, nothing like too much of content, just a basic text. And people that will be visiting it is not like maybe very crowded. So it is advisable for you to go for share hosting. And for the next one is VPS. That one is a virtual private server, right? As the name implies, it means that it means that it's a private server. So it's a virtual partition for more control. You have more access, more control over the server, not like a share hosting that multiple people, multiple websites will be on. So the next one is a dedicated entire server for one site. It has a maximum power, right? You and your server. Imagine only you is using a particular server. Compare it to when 1,700 people are using one server. You can say, even if you can imagine it, you can imagine the difference, right? So that's what's dedicated. So the next one, not to take too much of our time, the next one is cloud. So this one is the network of server, scalable and reliable. Also, it's very, very good as well. So we also had this, which is also common, which is managed. This particular hosting is always been managed by host platforms. So they believe that okay, maybe you won't be able to have control over it, you won't be able to do one or two things. They will be the one that will be managing it for you. The space, traffic that will come, if it is too much and is too much for what they can allocate to you, they will break it. So they will be the one that will manage server for you, just like a shared hosting. So those are the type of hosting that we have. How domain and hosting work together? Briefly, domain name directs visitor to your website files on hosting. For example, let me type google.com. So everybody have already know where I'm heading to, right? I said okay, bing.com. People also know where I'm heading to, the search engine, another search engine. All right, let me just type amazon.com. Let me open this one. As you can see, I want to go to Amazon, and what comes to my mind is to type their address, because I can't have access to Amazon not until I type the address and I'm in, right? Just like this website, if I didn't type this address, it won't come. I won't be able to access it. That's the relation between them. And also, without domain name plus hosting, your site won't be live online. So that's how domain name and hosting work together. So the next one is where to buy domain name. We have a lot of platforms that we can buy all these things from. We have the most popular and most reliable one in terms of domain name, right? We have Namecheap, GoDaddy, Google Domains. So I will be showing you this, the Namecheap, right? So here you can see. Let me just briefly show you. So this is domain name. This is where you can get the domain name. You just type the address. That one will be in the next slide, right? So also for hosting, we have a lot of hosting providers here, right? However, so we have hosting providers here, which is Bluehost, Hostinger, SiteGround, and a lot more. So let me show you for Hostinger. This is the platform for Hostinger, right? So this is where you can buy the hosting. However, you can also buy domain name from them as well. You can see domain name. You also have a place to buy domain name. So most of those platforms, you can buy hosting and domain name from them. However, there are some hosting that offer free domain name first year. So it depends on the strategy they are using. So if you go to one particular platform, they might say, okay, I want to sell my hosting, I want to sell my domain name separately. And when you calculate the price and you go to another platform and you are saying that their own domain name is free for a year and their hosting, when you calculate the price at the end of the day, you see that it's somehow equal. So those are the strategy. However, before you go for hosting or domain name in a particular platform, check how standard they are, because which server, example, which server and which server are they using. For example, most hosting platforms out there, if you buy hosting from them or domain name from them, before you know it, your website, even if you have the minimal resources on your website, content on your website, it will still be slow because the server is very slow, right? We won't go deeper. There is a lot of things that can make your website slow, right? We won't go deeper into this video. The next one is how much it costs. In terms of domain name, the average price should be $10 to $30 per year. That's the average domain name. It depends on the extension. We have the different extensions of domain name. We have .com, which is for company. We have .org, which is for organization, right? We have .ng, which is for Nigeria. We have .com.ng, which is company in Nigeria. So we have a lot of extensions and their prices are different, right? So let's say the average is between $10 to $30 per year. For shared hosting, the average price per month should be $5 to $30. Although those costs are vary depending on the provider and the features inside those, especially in the hosting, right? Hosting has a lot of features, right, that you can also put into consideration before you go for it. That one will be in the subsequent videos. In the next video, we'll buy hosting and domain name and then install WordPress and cPanel hosting. Thank you. See you in the next video.